friends and students. Today we will do one more practical, that is IoT based, that is simple ESP32 based weather monitoring system, as you can see on your screen. So here I will just explain you about what are the things that we have used and all. ESP32 based weather monitoring system, we call it as, using BMP180. That is, this particular sensor is used for pressure and temperature monitoring. And also we have used for humidity. Of course, DHT11 also measures temperature, but here we are taking the humidity part, okay? Because both combined it is there. DHT11, that is also one type of sensor. I will show you this sensor. And we are also using a light intensity sensor, that is LDR light intensity sensor. So using these three sensors, that is BMP180, DHT11, and LDR, we are making this project. Okay. So first of all, what are the features you should understand? First of all, it measures the temperature with the help of temperature and pressure with the BMP180. Humidity and temperature, of course, it will measure with the DHT11 and light intensity. And all these things we will display on a web server with the help of ESP32. That means we have written codes of web server also. And this whole things, after 5 seconds, the data get refreshed by itself because we have already given the delay time in that. Okay. So 5-second data refresh. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I will go down little 1 second, please. So components required are ESP32 board, as you can see, and BMP180 sensor, DHT11. This is very simple, this thing. All the four components of the sensor, what we have used are very simple. Only LDR, we have used one resistor, that is 10 kilo ohm pull down resistor. That is, it is connected to the ground. Okay, pull down resistor. Then the jumper wire and breadboard, that I will show you a little later. Okay. So I will just go to the second part, that is connections part. Okay. So BMP180, that is, it has a SDN SCL, that is, it works on I2C protocol. So we have SDN SCL. So we have to connect those pins to respectively given points, that is 21 and 22 of the ESP32. DHT11 is connected to GPIO4 and LDR is connected to pin number 34, which is nothing but an analog input. Okay. It is analog. We are not taking digital in this. We are taking analog. Okay. So these are the codes. I will just give you the codes and all. So first of all the libraries will be there: Wi-Fi H, Web Server H, Wire H, and Adafruit BMP085. You must be thinking, well, what is this BMP085? 180 library we are not getting sometime. It is not working correctly. So what we are doing, we are using Adafruit BMP085 library for BMP180. Okay. Right. Okay. So this library, DHT library, is also there. Then we have to give Wi-Fi credential. Here, credential, SSID and password. You have to give your SSID and your password. Okay, you have to enter your internet, ID and password. Okay, right. Now we will go a little further more below. And initially, web server, that the server works on 80. Every time you have to keep it on 80. We have denoted, we have given the DHT pin, what DHT we have used, and Adafruit BMP we have declared it. LDR pin also we have declared, that is on pin number 34. Okay. Serial beacons, that is baud rate is 11,011.5200. And sensor starts working from that. Okay, the could not find BMP sensor if the sensor is not connected. So these are the codes. Okay, wide loop server angle client. We are telling that the server has to handle the client, and the HTML code starts from here. Every 5 seconds, it will refresh. Okay, so HTML codes and all, you can see here what are the HTML codes and all. One more thing I would like to tell you, before HTML there is a body here. See this one. Okay. So this body ESP we have given is ESP32 weather monitoring system. You can write down any of the name here, but please see that it should not be, the character should not be more than that. Suppose you want to put my home weather monitoring system, your name, if you want to put this thing only, you can put it. And these are the parameters, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 lines will be your information. Okay. Right. 4 information will be there. City and server will start, and the very simple code. You can just go through the codes and you can start doing it. Achha, how does it work? the ESP32 connect to the Wi-Fi and the starts a web server because we have given ID and password. So it will connect to that and it will generate the ID and with the it will start. Then DSTL will read temperature and humidity, BMP 180, pressure, temperature, and LDR respectively. That is all the three will work together and you will get the output. The ESP processes the data and server it as an HTML web page. Okay, it will serve to the HTML web page. That is it. Whatever data it's getting from 11 DST11, BMP 180, and LDR, it will be given to this thing. Okay, please remember BMP 180 and LDR. There is a calculation for that. It is given in the calculation that you can go through it. The calculation can vary for different temperature and pressure. Right, it will depend upon that. So you can just go through the calculations and you can put your calculation according to your requirement. Okay, right. So web page gets refreshed every 5 seconds. And how to upload and run. Please remember this. Install Arduino IDE first, that you all know very well. And the ESP, add ESP32 board from the board manager. Instant required libraries. So these already we have discussed in the previous videos, previous projects also, how you will do that, right? How you will Arduino IDE, how you will load the Arduino IDE and ESP32 boards. Okay. So install required libraries of Adafruit BMP 085. This is very important. DST sensor and ESP Wi-Fi and web server libraries. Okay, replace your SSID and password as I have told you. Upload the codes. Open the serial monitor, check the ESP32 IP, open the ESP IP and browser to view the web browser. Okay, now what we will do is I will just show you. I've already connected it and I will just show you the web browser. Okay, so I will just stop share this and I will show you the web browser. So this is your circuit hardware, but 1 second, I will explain you this hardware a little later, and I will share that web browser first so that you can see the codes. Okay, so I will go to the code. This is Arduino ID. Please remember, these codes are in C. So this ID and password, you can change your password and ID, and you can see what are the things, and the same codes I have been copied in here, only few changes I have done it here. And in the serial monitor, when the baud rate is 11,200, then at that time the final this thing you will get 192, 168, 29 and 241. This is web server, this thing. The same thing you have to copy and you have to put it on your mobile phone. Please remember both the things, it should be working on the same platform, that is same ID and same password. Okay, that means if it is working on same Wi-Fi, then only we'll get the correct information about it. Because right, okay. So this is about the codes and all we have already discussed. Now what I will do is I will just show you. I will just show you. Now I will just open the web server and I will show it to you. Okay, how does it look like? Okay, right. Okay, so I will just share it. Just a moment, please. I opened it in the same this thing. You can open in your mobile also. You can see here, it will be coming like this. I told you, you can change the name here. I told you just now, I told you in this thing, and 4 parameters are there. You can see here, the 4 parameter 29.8, this is 34, and the pressure is this much, and the intensity of light. I will change the intensity of light, and I will just putting my hand, see if I'm doing dark and the intensity of light changes. Same thing, the temperature also, it will change. I'm holding my hand. And pressure will little change a little, but it will not make much of a difference because we cannot change. We have to move around. Little difference is there. Intensity of light and pressure and humidity also, it has changed a little. Okay, right. So these are the changes taking place after every 5 seconds. Okay, so I have shown you this, how the web page has been developed. It's a very simple project. Okay, please remember, it's a very simple project. Now we'll go to the hardware part. Okay, I will just show you the hardware part. Then, all right. Now you can see we have come to the power breadboard. I have arranged everything on the breadboard. This ESP, this was not coming, so one side only I have connected on the breadboard. Okay, so I will explain you. This is a DST11. That is for temperature and humidity. Okay, so this orange color wire which is going to pin number D4. Okay, this is going to D4. I will just show it to you. Disconnected on this side. Please remember, this is the D4. this connection is D4. Okay. So this is D4. This one is D4. Okay. So D4 you can see here, it's written here D4. Okay. D4 you can see here, it is written D4. Okay. D4. So D4 is there. Then you have SDL and SDA, which is connected from this side. Like one is connected to 20 pin number D22 and 21. Okay, which is on this side, and which goes to BMP 180. Here, these two wires, what I've connected, these two wires, you can see here, these two wires. Okay, so these two wires I have connected to BMP, and for LDR, I have connected one green wire from here directly jumper, that is from pin number 34 to LDR, and from there I have connected one 10 kilo ohms resistor to ground. Okay, because it's a pull down resistor, and the whole thing is working on this supply, that is 3.3, that is we are getting from this corner of this thing. The same supply, because the regulator will be there on this chip on ESP32. So the same supply I'm using, and I'm giving to powering this, all the three things. Okay, 3.3 supply, and of course this is the ground jumper, this common ground jumper. Okay, so one ground, one supply, SDL, SDA, this is a ground and this is supply, SDL, SDA, and one pin to this, another pin I'm just now told you, and this connection. This is simple hardware connection, what you have to give. It is very, for beginners, this is very good project. You can understand or you can do it. Okay, so please remember, these are the hardware, what we have connected, and what we can do with the hardware. Okay. All right. So you can see again the weather monitoring system. This is a very simple project. You can all do it. So I just in this coming series, because this is the season when you are doing all projects and all. So very good project for IoT. You can do it. You can change the sensors. You can take the values. You can do it by yourself. Only this for helping purpose, for simple this thing. This is a very, for beginners, this is a very good project. That is weather monitoring system using ESP32, and you will see it on the mobile phone. You can check it on the mobile phone. You will see it on the different computer screen and this thing. Okay. So